What's up guys, I'm Scoot with Pixel Hunter Gaming, and today we're back with some more Monster Hunter Freedom. In the last episode, we took down the Cephadrome and the Cutku, and we had a bit of issue with the game audio. It's fixed this time, so... In today's episode, we're going to be taking down I think it's 3-star Urgent for Land Shark, which is Cephadrome. If you don't know what Cephadrome is, land shark is a pretty accurate description. It's a basically hammerhead shark with fin-like wings and 2 legs. So hopefully I can do this without any real issues. I know Cephadrome and Plesioth are notoriously annoying and frustrating because they like to stay in the sand or water if it's Plesioth. Luckily though, I prepared a little bit and brought some sonic bombs. Hopefully I don't fail too bad. He is probably going to be kind of difficult, considering how difficult the Cutku was. Also, if you notice, I have Cutku armor on. In this game, there's only 3 pieces: the chest, the arms, and the waist. So I have battle mail to kind of just fill out the set, which is nice. It gives me health up, and oh yeah, I forgot cool drink. It also gives me attack up small, I think. The hammer I'm using is the one I was talking about that upgrades from the bone hammer, except it doesn't actually upgrade from the bone hammer, it upgrades from the iron hammer. So yeah, that's Cephadrome. He's a pain. He really is. Anyways, this hammer, it's got pretty nice attack. The sharpness is kind of low on it, which is a little worrying. I'm afraid that might cause me some issue during this fight. So, this guy isn't too complex really. He has like a few attacks. His big gimmick is that he's in the sand a lot. And he has little guys that are kind of annoying also. This is gonna be... And back in the sand he goes, and that's... Oh wow. That's the real annoying thing with him, is that he does this a lot. He'll jump in the sand and he'll swim around. Sometimes he'll jump out, sometimes he won't. That's why it's helpful to have sonic bombs with you. Small barrel bombs also work. They're just harder to knock them out of the ground with because it's a delayed reaction and you gotta know where to place it. And I just totally failed right there. So they have a pattern. I think Cephadrome follows the same pattern as the little one. He'll do a 3/4 circle and then he'll stop. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. Time where you're going to be, and maybe even play some attacks while he's in the ground. Yeah, so that's basically how this fight's going to go. I'm going to get hit, apparently. But yeah, I'm going to sonic bomb him. He'll jump out of the ground. I'll hit him once or twice. He'll jump back in the ground. It's pretty boring. I don't really like fighting Cephadrome too much. In the later games, he's a little bit better because he can do more, and he's. I think they program him to jump out of the ground more often. Oh well, that was just a waste of a sonic bomb. Also, I don't like how I'm bouncing off his leg. That kind of sucks. Glad he flinched there because that would have hurt. So, Cephadrome and Plesioth are notorious for that move right there, the hip check. They slam their hip sideways. It does lots of damage, and it has pretty ridiculous hitbox, so even sometimes when you shouldn't be hit, it'll still hit you. I'm not sure what's going to be after this. Normally this guy is like the 4-star or 3-star. Well, no, not 3-star because he's 3-star in this game. Maybe he is 3-star regularly. Because I know Velocidrome is 1-star. I think Cutku is actually 3-star, and this guy's 4-star in Monster Hunter 1. And so fighting him this early is kind of weird to me. Honestly, having this whole armor set this early is kind of weird. I normally wouldn't have this until quite a bit later in the game. Hopefully I can sharpen without getting too much grief. Oh. Should actually really paintball him too, just in case he does run away. Well, that was terrible. Hopefully he'll jump out of the ground. That's good enough. Speaking of Plesioth, I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'm probably going to have to make a bow gun or something to do that, just to help streamline the process a bit. So I'm hoping this doesn't take too incredibly long. It might. I might have to cut this video into 2 parts. If I do, the second part's really short. There's another Cutku quest that I haven't done yet that I could probably fit in. Okay, I'm glad I got him with that. I thought I was going to miss there for a second. So this guy, when he's weak, his fin should drop. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Also, he has an attack where he'll like fly out of the sand in a straight line, and that can actually paralyze you, and it's pretty bad. Okay, so he's raged now, and that did a lot of damage. I'm really hoping I don't faint during this quest. I fainted once off screen while I was farming Cutku, because sometimes in this game you just get in situations that are bad situations and there's not really much you can do. You just kind of have to sit there and take it. Okay, good. I got a flinch there. So I was actually playing Generations earlier today, and just the transition from that to this is so weird. It is like a completely different experience playing old Monster Hunter, playing new Monster Hunter. In a good way, though. They've really improved the mechanics and the flow of the game. I don't know why he was sitting there for so long. He might be changing area. Yeah. So this guy, Pretty sure only stays in areas 7 and 2, and then he goes to 3 whenever. Okay, well I was gonna say he goes to 3 whenever he's weak, but I don't think he's weak yet. So I guess I'll just follow him there and. Oh no, he's already asleep. So I guess I'm doing more damage than I thought. I thought his fin would go down whenever he was almost dead, but I didn't see it go down. It looks like it's down now though. Huh, I guess I just missed that. Alright, well, shouldn't be too long then. Also, Malinx is the worst. There's a quest. Yep, there he goes, and he's done. There's a quest in the arena where you have to slay 20 Phalines, and it's got Malinxes in it too, and I took pickaxes with me for whatever reason, and I lost all my pickaxes. Okay, so these guys, the brown thing with the shell on its back, they're called Apsaros, and they're basically like cousins to the Gray Aptonoth, and these guys suck. They're so aggressive, and they're just always on you. They are kind of good though, because if you, they're pretty tough, but if you can take them down and carve them, sometimes you get medium monster bones from them, which is nice. Especially because they're a small monster, so they're not too difficult. And medium monster bones, the only other way you can really get them is by like hunting Kutkus or Cephadromes, big stuff. At least I know you could get them from them in the first game. They maybe changed that, since there are more monsters, and they do seem a bit easier to take down in this game. Okay, so this issue's back. I don't know. Yeah, I was playing yesterday, and that wasn't an issue. Maybe it's only because I'm recording it in OBS. I don't know. I'll have to look back at the last video and see if it's a problem there or not. I think in that one it was just black screens. Yeah, that was Cephadrome. So before I go, hopefully there's an NPC that will be in the village, and hopefully they're there. And you can buy cats from them for your kitchen, and I was waiting to do that whenever I was recording, just so I could show that off, because I accidentally did it beforehand when I was playing between episodes, and there's a whole little animation or whatever that plays when you first go into the kitchen, and I wanted to capture that. Yeah, this person right here, the cat granny or failing granny or whatever. So I'm just gonna skip through all that because it's not really important. Basically, you can get cats that will cook for you, and if you look at the details, they have certain levels for certain ingredients. I'm not 100% sure what that does actually. I don't know if there's a better chance that you'll have a skill activated if you choose an ingredient that you have a high level with, or what. But the first one is free, so actually, I think I'll choose this one. Oh yeah, and last time whenever I got one, I wasn't 3-star yet, so I could only get one. This time I can get 2, so I think I might go ahead and get another one. Okay. So that's the failing granny, and let's go inside and check out the kitchen then. So yeah, this is the kitchen. You can come in here before each quest, order food. I don't know any of the meal combinations really, so it's gonna be kind of guesswork. I think early on it's like if you pick ingredients from the same class, like if you pick 2 vegetables you'll get a buff or something. So we'll go ahead and see what happens. Okay, well I didn't get anything, so now I know that combination does nothing. So in later games, you can actually have these guys come with you on quests, and they kind of serve as a little distraction thing. In later games, they're more useful, but their main purpose is to distract the monsters and give you some openings. So I think that'll be it for this episode. It's a little short, it's like 4 minutes short. I might actually show off the farm real quick because I don't think I've shown that on camera yet either. So if you go over to the left of the village, this guy right here, you talk to him, you can spend the points that you have to upgrade different things. Wow, 30,000 in this game? That's a lot. So points are basically after the next game forward, they all work about the same, where you get them for doing quests and selling account items, which are just items that you get out in hunts and quests that will automatically sell them. In this game, you only get points for selling stuff and creating equipment. It's really weird. Whenever you create equipment, the cost of the equipment you create or buy, you get 1% of that amount in points, and then whenever you sell something, you get 10% of that amount. So it's really strange. I've been saving up points because I figured whenever I got to the next star level of quest, I would unlock an upgrade for the mining area, and I did, but I don't have enough points for it yet, so I'll wait about that. So if you keep going left, you go to the Kokoto farm, which is actually one of my favorite farms. I really like it because it makes me think of the forest and hills, and that's my favorite hunting area. So there's a few different little things, and you can upgrade each of them certain ways. Like, that's a mining area where you can get ores and stuff, and as you upgrade it, you get more and more areas that give higher quality ores. This is the mushroom tree. You just come here after every quest, and you can gather mushrooms from it, just random. And the higher level the tree, the higher quality mushrooms you get. Okay, that's all. Then over here, there is a bug gathering spot. I'm not exactly sure how this will work in this game. I know in Freedom Unite there is like bushes, and as you upgrade it, you get more bushes, and each bush has different things. I think this just might upgrade the quality of the stuff you can get. This is the farm. You can plant seeds here and then give them fertilizer, and they will grow. And depending on what you plant, it'll give you different things. Like I planted power seeds and armor seeds, so that way I can just get more of those. There are little individual seeds you can get, like red seeds and green seeds, that just give you semi-random stuff. Like, they have set stuff they can give you, but it's not set amounts or anything. And over here, there's a dock where you can go fishing from. I don't usually use this because the fishing, I don't ever really use fishing on Monster Hunter. Maybe later, whenever it's upgraded, if I can catch scatterfish in it, I will, because it's useful for large barrel bombs, or which I think are in this game, large barrel bomb plus. And it's also useful for clutch shot level 3, which is going to be really useful whenever I get a bow gun. I'm not going to show that off because I'm not very good at the fishing, and I usually only fish whenever there's either small golden fish or spring night carp in there. So anyways, that's actually going to be it for this episode. I'll figure out what to do in between for the next episode, and I'll see you then.